Firstly, we'll discuss about completing the square method. Completing the square method. So this is one way of factorizing a quadratic, right? So in general, we can have y is equal to x squared plus bx plus c. So to do the completing the square, you have to take a out. So the coefficient in front of x squared should be 1. So it should be x squared plus b divided by a, x plus c divided by a. All good. Then what you do, inside the bracket, you do the factorization. So it should be x plus the coefficient b divided by a, u divided by 2. So it's going to be b divided by 2a. Right? And then you copy c divided by a. Then minus, always you minus it, the square of this term, which is b squared divided by 4a squared. Close. Now, what is the guarantee? The guarantee is, if you expand it, you should get this. There is a guarantee. Yeah? So now you are going to organize the inside a little bit. Then it would be x plus b divided by 2a, the whole thing squared, then plus, you get the common denominator, which is 4a squared. So it's going to be 4ac now, minus b squared, and then square root.
How did you get the 4ac?
So I multiply this by 4a to get the common denominator. Right? Then there are two terms inside. I'm going to multiply the first term with a and the second term with a. When I do that, it looks like this. A in front, x plus b divided by 2a, the whole thing squared, plus. Now you can see this a will go one of the a here. So it would be 4ac minus b squared divided by 4a. Right? So this is the completing the square method. Right? Now you are going to organize this term a little bit. You are going to take the minus out. So if you take the minus out of this one, minus, this becomes b squared minus 4ac divided by 4a. And I have to copy the first term. It becomes like this. So I took the minus out. So this term over here is called my discriminant. Right? My discriminant. Now, if you want to find the x-intercepts, right? X-intercepts. So we know that we get x-intercepts when y is equal to 0. Right? So that means left hand side is 0. So a, x plus b divided by 2a, I'm just copying this, minus, I put delta here, it's easy for me to simplify. Then what I do, I'm going to organize this a little bit, right? So a, x plus b divided by 2a square is equal to delta divided by 4a. Right? Then what I do, I can divide by a. Right? So x plus b divided by 2a squared is equal to delta divided by 4a squared. Then you take the square root. So when you take the square root, you get x plus b divided by 2a, which is equal to plus or minus square root of delta 4a squared square root is going to be 2a. Then to isolate x, you move this to the right hand side, so that becomes x is equal to minus b divided by 2a, right? So this plus becomes minus when it goes to the other side, plus or minus delta square root divided by 2a. So you have the common denominator here, so what you can write is common denominator is going to be 2a. This is minus b plus or minus square root of delta. Now if you want to visualize this, right, so you have to plot and visualize, right? So we'll try to do that. Then so suppose it would be like this, then this point over here would be minus, that would be b minus b minus delta square root divided by 2a. This point over here is minus b plus delta divided by 2a. Those are x-intercepts, right? Now you understand from here, from this guy and from this guy, right? If you consider those two expressions here. Now if delta is equal to 0, what will happen? If delta is equal to 0, the left hand side one will give you minus b divided by 2a. Right hand side one will give you same thing, minus b divided by 2a. Right? So pictorially it tells you that those two intercepts merge together and then gives you one intercept. Right? So you get only one intercept, right? So based on this experience, we understand you get one intersect if delta is equal to 0. Okay? So now based on this discriminant, we construct three conditions, right? When delta is equal to 0, we say one solution. When delta greater than 0, we say two solutions. Delta less than 0, we say no solutions. Right? So pictorially, first one, delta is equal to 0. Delta is equal to 0 looks like this. One solution. Solution means x-intercepts in this case. B, delta greater than 0. So you are expecting two solutions, right? So two solutions means two x-intercepts like this. You see a situation like that. Sixth one, delta less than 0. So you see a situation like this. You don't have any x-intercepts. So based on the delta value discriminant, you can find how many solutions or how many x-intercepts you're going to have.